All right, let me see if I can demonstrate this for you. I want to log in here. Let's start. Oh, okay. You guys see my screen? So this is what you're doing. I first of all, I hope you're following along as I'm going. I went to devazure.com. And it's helpful to log in after you're already in a CAD. You've already logged into a CAD, JCT, ACIL, as you logged into, like I have here. And now I see, in my case, that I already have some programs. Let's look at Hadar CH example. I think that's the one Quick Park. So you guys are going to have to build something like this, so pay attention. Where do I go? Pay attention. I'm not so good at this, so be kind. Where Quick Park? I guess I would. Here you see the members of this project. Dan Cecil, me, David Kidron, other people. Okay. Let's see the boards. Boards, here we go. Here, let's start with backlogs. Okay. Okay, you see here we have user stories. You guys are gonna have to make 30 user stories, which will be associated with features. And those features will be associated with 5. Did you read the homework? It says there you have 5 epics, and then you should have each epic should have 2 features, and then each feature should have 3 user stories, and that makes a total of 30. You can't multiply 2 by 3 by 5. 30. So here you see we have a user story called navigating to the desired parking location. Defining the distance I'm looking for. In other words, I want to find a parking space, let's say within 100 meters of where I am, or 200 meters. These are all user stories, right? One thing in a feature, is in order to find a parking space, I may have to first define my current location, define the radius within which I want to look for a parking space. I may have to define whether I'm looking for a free parking space or a paid parking space or either. Each of those is a user case. According to this. Pirsum Chanaya, advertising, a totally different thing is I want to advertise a parking space that that is available. Here are all these user cases. Now you don't see here in the backlog, this is just all the things. You don't see here what stores they're connected to. These are stores. What features they're connected to. Okay. But I think we can find, here's a table. Now, you see, look what I can do with this. in this Azure. You're watching or you're? I can grab a new item and make it active, which means I'm working. Or I can say, this one is finished and I put it into resolved. Well, resolved, I think it's still waiting for QA. It's still not, I finished it, but maybe there's something wrong. When QA will then come along and they'll put it to closed. So this is what I can do with these things, with these, I can move them around. Which is this is, okay, this is the board. Now, there's still something else we have to see. I'm just showing you what our goal is. How do you create? I was here, boards. Dashboard. Show me this every time. You also have to make a wiki. In the homework, it says make a wiki. Here you see there's a wiki section, and here they've uploaded this file, which is the initiation document, which you're supposed to put into the wiki section. What if I go to work items? Here you see Epic. I go to that Epic. See here, okay. Here I can say add an existing work item or add a link with a new, see I can say add link, new item. See what you want to do is first create your epics. And then you want to add a new item. And then you'll call it, for example, an epic has a feature. So you call it a feature. You give it a title, indicate fire hydrant placed at parking spot. I don't know. I don't know. I just made up some new thing. Can I put a space there? Yeah. So that's a feature. And he's a child. See, I could say that he's a child. He's not a duplicate. He's not a parent of the epic. He's a child of the epic. Okay? So he's a child of this epic. Is a feature. And I called it indicate fire hydrant, and I say, okay. And what does he tell me here? Oh, I think this is who it's Shayach to. Can I change it to myself? Let's see. Priority to risk. Remember we talked about risk? Here I can put in a risk.
So the lab from last week, was that supposed to be submitted already?
Last week was supposed to be submitted already.
Which one? The one about,
The document that you created for your,
for
whatever your project was. What was your project?
we did a online shopping website.
Online shopping. So exactly. So you'll take that thing you'll put that in the wiki that I showed you. And then you will then create for that project 5 epics. Did I teach you what epics are? Yeah, we talked about epics. We said epics have features and features have stories. It's just a kind of grouping. And here I can put a risk here. Okay.
Submit it, yeah.
You should. And then I think that's it. Save and close. Let's see if it lets me save and close. And then why did it say David Kidro? I don't know. Back to work items. Now let's see if there's one in English, because I just added one in English. I hope it's there. Let's see it. Oh yeah, indicate fire hydrant. See that? I added it. It's new. And it's a new feature. And I didn't, and obviously I can go into it. And say. If I go down over here. I can say add link. New. Item. I want to add new item. He's a child, but he's not a feature because that was a feature. So he's gonna be what? He's gonna be a story. Remember? This epics, features and stories. He's a story. And now what's this feature? What's this story? Now. It usually should be written like this. As a driver, I want to indicate that there is a fire hydrant. Fire, I think that's one word. Hydrant. At a parking spot. I mean, I don't know, this kind of, it sounds like the feature, I don't know, you have to think of 3 different things that you do, maybe I define what kind of hydrant it is, and I don't know, if it's a real hydrant or a styrofoam hydrant that somebody put there to pretend that it's a hydrant.
Is this only on Microsoft?
Yeah.
What if I don't have Microsoft?
What, oh, I think you can just log in, I'm doing this all on the web, it's all on the cloud, see?
Oh,
See, I went to, look where I went to dev, I don't know if you were following from the beginning,
yeah,
but I went to dev.azure.com, I first I Googled it.
oh,
And then I went there and I said, you have to be already logged in to a CAD at Machon Tal.
yeah,
And then you go there and then you should be able to. Be your, I wouldn't suggest you do it right now, I'm just showing and demonstrating. And then you should do it, I'm gonna be finished in a minute. The only thing I didn't show you. Is saving class, okay? How do I create a new epic? So. If I go to work items, is there a way to create a new one? I'm trying to remember how to do this. Yeah, new work item. See that? New work item, and then I choose epic. Really, I should have started here. I was just using an epic that I used an epic that existed and I create, well, was my feature in an epic? I think it was, yeah, it was. I made it in an epic. But now I can make a new epic. And I can call it whatever I want, and it's the same basic action. And then when I make that epic, I can then go to add a link and well, cancel. But I think once I built it, I can't do it. Add a link here, yeah. New existing item, new item. Right now I can't, because it's not existing yet, I can't add an existing item, but I can't add a new item. But anyway, you want to start by building your epics and then add to them, and then you'll have a hierarchy. That's basically what you have to do. Now. It's really not hard, and this tool, yeah, this tool tries to make it easy to do. Now, what else you have to do is you have to go to Moodle and read here under Mavo. I have lab exercise in English, lab exercise 2. And here it is. And it says, in this exercise, we'll define requirements management Azure DevOps. Preliminary work before performing exercise, Each team member should sign up for Azure DevOps according to instructions in the presentation. Now, where is that presentation? That presentation is, where did I put it? It's actually not there, it's down here, I think. Maybe I didn't put it anywhere. It's, let's go back to Mavo, maybe it's here, Targeting. And it's here, Azure DevOps instructions. And you say, oh, I didn't translate it. I didn't translate it because it's in English. Why should I translate it? It's already in English. So here it is. And you see it's all in English, it's just 8 pages. It's like basically telling you that you do very little. It's just telling you to make an account. And how it's just telling you to make an account. And here it shows you how to add epics and adding features. More or less just what I just showed you, but it's very shortened. You don't do it to read. You have to do that. And then, what else does it say to do? So that's the first thing you gotta do. A representative from each group will define an agile project. You only make one project, don't make. And then you have to join the other people into the project. Notice how I was in that project along with Dan Cecil and David Kidron and other people. And you invite the other group members and to join and practitioners to the project they created. Make this epic feature story hierarchy, as I've been saying. All requirements of the project must be planned and defined ahead of time, really, including non-functional and functional and non-functional requirements. Now, some of your requirements are non-functional. Okay. Here he says 5 epics. Each epic has 2 features. Each feature has 3 user stories. And then the initiation document should be put under a wiki. And notice it says version 2 of the initiation document should be prepared by updating version 1. Why is there version 2? There's a version 2 because you have decided to change certain things. You decided after you started making the epics, you started realizing that you need different things from what you actually had in the initiation document. Okay, that is the end of my explanation. Stop share, stop record.